So, our speaker today is Rotractor Wamugunda Mwangi from the Rotary Club of Muthaiga North. He's a singer and songwriter. He's a guitarist and harmonica player. I would really love to know what a harmonica is. So his rhythms, he tends to gravitate towards folk and benga. He's played in various venues and festivals, and during his music journey. Last year he released an episode. EP is for episode, right?
It's just say EP. It's an album.
EP. Wamugunda EP, which was nominated for best new. He was nominated for best new artist category. So he enjoys playing music. Other than music, he's a graphic designer. He's currently working on human-centered research design, as well as user interface, user experience design. Plus, he's a social media consultant with Passive Create Capture. Other than that, Wamugunda is an advocate of the High Court of Kenya and a legal consultant with Lai Latif Consultants. So, karibu Wamugunda, the floor is yours. The chat room. How do I stop share? Okay,
yes. Just stop. Hi. So thank you very much. So my name is Wamugunda Mwangi, but we have been told to share more on the music. That's why my bio is focusing on the music. Okay, if you have a question, I think you can just write it on the chat. I'll see. But since I don't have much time, because it's only 30 minutes, and I'm sure it's like 10 to 15 minutes. I'd start maybe by saying I started learning the guitar 6 years ago. I just bought a guitar and decided I want to learn how to play it. Looking back at it now, if I knew, I would have probably learned something like one day or something like that. But I chose the guitar then because I am born in the city, unfortunately, and that's all I get to see, people playing guitars and very, very American instruments. So I've been playing for 6 years. I bought a guitar, taught myself through YouTube. Then I learned a couple of people who play around where I used to live. And I used to just go with them and jam and started playing. And since I liked performing, I started performing. Played gigs here and there, got good. I still get good even now, but I get good shows as well. So I'm slowly there. I believe like music for me is a very, very, it's a journey that's going. I have a very long journey with it. So there is no rush with it. I guess now if you have basic questions, you can ask. I'm on the chat. I'll wait and see. So if you have something, you can ask. But I could show you like the basic instruments. So I have
I'm not sure.
I have my guitar here.
This, but your video, am I the only one? I can't. You have frozen. Your video is.
There's a problem with the video.
Yes.
Your video is frozen, please.
Yes.
Now, can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes, you're back on.
I'm going to check the chat. See if someone had changed the chat. It freezes when you go to chat. So the basic idea is when you're playing guitar, you're playing chords. You're looking for the chords that will make your melody. But there are different ways of playing guitar. There's rhythm, there's lead. It's just simple chord playing, which is chill kind of playing a rhythm guitar. The rhythm guitar is the basic guitar you hear because it's what creates what creates the rhythm that you listen to. Then lead is people who just they accompany the rhythm that's there and create a stronger auditory experience. So that's all the idea of the rhythm guitar and lead guitar. So this is an acoustic guitar. I don't know if you can see it. It's an acoustic guitar. So what I mainly play I played electric guitar, but I don't own one, so I'll have to hire one. I have a couple of other guitars there, which I'm not going to play today. So that's what I'm going to focus on. And then the harmonica is the. Have you ever seen this guy who plays the? There's a blind guy who plays it in town. He's way better than I am. So this is the harmonica. Yeah. It's a 10. Mine is a 10 hole harmonica. It's in the key of C. I ordered it from online from Amazon because Kenya does not have this one. So that's the idea. I just started production recently, so if you see my laptop with like funny programs and my house is like tiny speakers now, so I'm trying to do that so that slowly I can be able to earn more income. My name is Mwangi anyway, so I have to look for money elsewhere. So that's the idea. So I'll do a song. Problem with playing with earphones is I don't know if you're here. Okay, so can you hear the guitar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now can you hear it?
Yes, we are
Can you hear?
hearing. Okay, I can.
That's good enough.
Hey.
Acha hizo pale.
Tausi ndege wangu wa fahari, ndege umekwisha mali, sasa watafakari. Tausi ndege wangu wa fahari, ndege umekwisha mali, sasa watafakari. Walipita watu wawili, walileta uramali, sasa tuko mbali mbali, sasa tuko mbali mbali. Yeah, so something like that. Yeah. So so it's a very simple song. It's an old banger song that I like doing at almost every gig because it's very easy to do. So that's the idea. It's if you want to learn it, if you want to start learning guitar. It's in the key of C, so it's very easy even if you're playing it in a harmonica that has C. I have another harmonica that's B flat. I could not find it in my house. I don't know what it is. I need to find it, so I'll look for it. You have to understand like the different keys that you're dealing in. I think the main thing in music is keys, tempo, and pretty much just listening a lot. I believe I'm still very, very, very far from where I want to be musically, like in terms of the skill and technical ability. But it's good. It makes me happy to know that there's still a lot more to learn, even after 6 years of playing. So I guess that's the first part. If you have any questions, I don't know. Yeah, if you have any questions, so thank you.
if you have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hi, Wamugunda.
Hi, Skim.
Yeah, I think I'm one of those people who have enjoyed most, as in all the Zoom meetings I've attended. This has been the best. Actually, I wanted to, I wanted to unmute and back you up, and I love that. And maybe I look for you, and then you teach me this thing, and I also do in singing, but instruments not yet. Yeah, although I'm planning now to buy a guitar soon so that I can try and.
I want to tell me, you can plan something.
Yeah, so the basics I know about music and guitar in relation to guitar. You explained well, but I thought you will say that we usually have two types of guitar. We have the acoustic and now the bass guitar. The acoustic has 7 strings, and it is the one you are using, and that it is used by, as in, it's like the solo guitar. You are the one to give the key, the rhythm, and everything, and then we harmonize using now the bass guitar that has 4 keys or 4 strings. That is, is it that way, sir?
Okay, so that's a good question. Thank you for saying that, because now I have something I could tell you on. So the acoustic guitar, there are many different types of acoustic. Rather, let's just call it guitar, because there's electric acoustic, but they kind of fall in the same family. So there is a 12-string guitar. There's a 7-string guitar, which is very rare. When you find a 7-string guitar, you have to be, that one is for, the cheapest 7-string guitar would cost you like about 2 million Kenyan shillings. So why are you buying that one?
My God.
Then there's 6-string. There's a 6-string guitar, which is the basic one, which is the main one. So this one I've tuned it. There's a standard tuning. You tune it. It's E A B G B E. So you have to know like the different notes that you're tuning your guitar, so that you can know where the notes are. But now that I've played for a couple of years, I can tune it in a couple of tunings. I do open D. I have even tunings now I've created for myself. So yeah, there's different tunings. So that's what the basic guitar does. And then there's the bass guitar. Bass guitar is not strictly a guitar, because the main thing about bass it's supposed to create groove. But yes, there are people who are really good who use it to just literally just. If you look, my favorite musician, like other than John Mayer and other Kenyan musician, is Richard Boyd. He's a Cameroonian. So he's a Cameroonian musician who uses he's standing on stage and he's playing alone and he's playing the bass guitar, and he's amazing. He's just so that's what the basic idea is. So Ice Cube was not wrong. It's just they're just different.
The bass guitar, is it the one in the Kikuyu Mogithi songs we hear?
Isn't it electric?
No, that's just okay. So in Mogithi music, there is a lot of
instruments.
So when you're playing, not even instruments, they play it in a. Okay, so now that I was saying, there's an issue of tempo. So Mogithi has a different tempo. So you find like ding, 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 ding. So if you're hearing that's the groove that's guiding the guitarist. So the stringy sound you hear is just the normal guitar. The bass is usually part of the helping the groove. So if you're hearing any very, very, very low frequency, that's that. The guitar is usually mainly for creating that rhythm, and that's why most people use it. So even in Mogithi, it's just the same. That's what happens.
And then a first one, I know this is an online meeting and the time is not on our side, but I wanted to ask about, like currently we are having now the issues to do with coronavirus and everything. How do you advocate for the, you called it, what did you call it, harmonica or something, as in we used to call it fruit. I used to have one, but I gave a friend akapotea nayo, that thing, and whatever. So what do you think? Kila mtu anunue yake ama nikakuja unaweza nisaidia na yako nijaribu kujua na corona?
We don't harmonic, you don't share. Even hata kama kuna corona, that one you don't share.
Okay.
Yeah, and you don't use yours. But it's not hygienic to do that. It's not very hygienic. I've never shared my harmonica, so yeah. No one
Thank
ever
you.
gave me that. Why my own? I think that is passed, you know.
Send the link on the link.
Any other question?
I have a question. So do I have to have a music background, like the theoretical background of how chords and the notes and the whatnot, so that I can learn a guitar? And how long did it take you?
Okay.
And how long did it take you to play the first song, like fluent from start to finish?
So I'll answer the second one. The first song I started played it was Geshishu actually by Ben Zarog. Now I can only remember the chords. I played it 9 months after I started learning. It takes a while. It takes a while to learn because your fingers. I have soft fingers, so they had to get hard eventually. So minimum so keyboard. Ikuzaliwa kwa city is a different. I'm not a keyboard person. So when you're telling me start learning guitar, so everything was just a whole process. There's a whole learning process there. It took me 9 months, and then remember your second question. Sorry, your first question. Remind me the first question.
Concerning if I want to learn the guitar, should I have the music theoretical background, the music theory, like the notes and the chords and the the pitches and whatnot,
I would say if you can get it, get it. I never got it before I started learning guitar music. Even in high school, I did design, I didn't have musical background. But if you listen to a lot of music, you'll be able. I believe your ear is able to guide you. But then, if you're able to get musical background, a lot of Kenyan musicians have musical backgrounds. And guitar carrying people are amazing because they have musical backgrounds. So if you can, I have so many books now on music and how to read music and how to learn tempos, and I listen. I take courses online for music and everything that I do because I need to grow that skill. And ukishinda tu unacheza you will never grow it. So there is and especially the thing that is not the beauty about learning the theory is you'll be able to understand, like even when Ogidi does something, or Toluo music does some things, or Chakacha does some things, why they skip an interval, why they skip notes, why they play it in 3 or 4s, you'll understand a lot of things. So that's why I think it's important. But even like if you have to do production, if you have a music, if you're starting to learn musical background, you will understand a lot. So I started doing coding recently because of user interface design stuff, front end stuff. So you still realize like you can really fake it, like you can go online and learn everything, but then it's good to go back to learn the basics of HTML, CSS. So it's just the same thing. You have to, when you go and learn the basics of anything, it helps, still helps. But I don't take how to learn. Any questions?
Wamugunda.
Yes. The Kakian, how are you?
I'm good. Glad you're good. What made you go into this stuff?
I'm good.
I mean, I have a guitar for now 4 months. I got no clue of. I only know a D and an A, whatever. That's all I know.
Good enough.
Sitting there.
What made me go into it? Honestly, me, before even Corona, I had already known life is short. So I was like, if I die not doing what I want, what's something I wanted to do, what's the point? So that's literally it. That's actually the reason why I started doing it. Other than I already loved singing and loved playing, but I think the question I'm answering is why did I start performing and recording music and going to shows? I just told myself life is too short. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. If you don't. Yeah, so that's it. But learning basics and playing the music, now I actually enjoy it. I can do it around the house. Yeah, I plan a lot of shows for my friends. So I just call them like, oh, I have new music. Would you want to come and listen? And they come. So and then they just listen. We eat. We watch movies. This is pre-corona now because now I can't do that. But we're planning a couple of Zoom shows to fundraise for people who are not able to sustain themselves during this period. So I guess it just makes me happy. I like music. I like listening to all kinds of music. I can listen to Kamaru, listen to Kume, move to Richard Bonner, come back to the Zeppelin, and listen to it. So yeah, that's what I do basically. Nice question. I like that question. Thank you. Any more questions?
I'll ask another question. You've explained to us how you went ahead to choose the guitar, but I just don't feel like it's very satisfactory. Why didn't you choose a piano or a violin? You know, there are also instruments that you find in town. Why didn't you choose such kind of other instruments? Yeah.
I can play the keyboard. Actually, I have a keyboard, but I just started learning I think months ago. So I can play basic chords because I just know how to play them. I can't really play it. I can play some chords. So that's the idea. But I love the guitar. Benga and folk are guitar-led song. So that's what I loved listening to. So every time I could hear the nuance with the guitar, I fell in love more with that simplicity of the guitar rather than the whole harmony thing of a keyboard. And so that's why I learned it. That's why I chose it first. Okay. So it's more just a draw. It's just a preference. Let me put it this way. Why would you choose InDesign over Illustrator to design? Like other than the main reason. They can pretty much do most of the similar things apart from working with letters. It's just a preference thing.
Okay. And now that you've started playing the keyboard, between the guitar and the keyboard, which one would be your preference now that you've started playing the keyboard?
Any day. Keyboard is just and once I learn it properly, I'll probably use it to make the experience better. Because my goal is to become like sure no one like person comes, call everything, loops everything, then creates the whole music on stage. That's what to become. Go watch Richard Bonner. I don't know. I've had a document on the phone now. Just go watch Richard Bonner and see what he's doing. So that's what I want. That's what I'm saying. I'm doing Monica. They have shakers for the feet, for ring as well. But that and I want. I have a shaker here. So like this shaker, this is the shaker, it's an edge shaker. You place it and you have a foot trap, and you place the shaker in the foot trap, and then you can play to the beat of your song, and you'll have percussion, you'll have a harmonica that's playing harmonics, and then you have a guitar that's playing the rhythm. And then, so my goal is to add keyboard, which will add harmonics. So there are a lot of things I want people to experience. So that's why. But still, for me, guitar is I prefer. You see what I've just done with the guitar alone. That for me is way better than having all instruments in a show. I actually don't even like full live bands as much as I like just a person with a guitar can be. Yeah, it's just my preference. I don't hate people who do live bands. Yeah, that's my preference. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for asking. Good one.
Wamugunda, may I have a question?
Okay.
Okay, let me just get straight to the point. Can you live off music? Can you live off just...
I tried.
Yeah, just music.
You can. But you need a lot of assistance.
Okay.
Not everyone is lucky enough.
And what are the...
Oh, and what are they? Sorry. I can't hear. I couldn't hear you.
I was asking, okay, if you can, how? And if you... Okay, and what are the challenges?
Oh, you definitely can. definitely can. You need to work so hard, which I tried for a year or so. But yeah, I was causing a lot of friction with a lot of people in my life, so it was not, for me, it was not something I chose to continue fighting without doing other things. So I had to at least supplement all my skills and make them all become an income channel. But the challenges are quite. My style of music is very, 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 very niche. That means you have very few people who might necessarily call you for shows. So you have to be very smart in creating shows and thinking ahead. You have to plan very, very long term for yourself, especially just as someone who's a singer-songwriter and a guitar. If I was doing Gengeton, that would be a different thing now. Gengeton is I wouldn't be too stressed right now because I think if anyone has a show, they're probably the first person that you call because you're entertaining, you're upbeat. But my music is rarely upbeat. It's just more. It's experienced very. You can if you're not there for the show, you can experience it very passively, which is nice. So I get to play a lot of dinners and corporate gigs that are small, that want a single instrumentalist coming to play and don't want too much noise. So that one I get a few of those. But the challenges are, I guess getting shows would be difficult, and then the other challenge would be you need to be prepared to think very, very long term. If you're thinking you want to be famous, I don't believe that's the way to do. I think if you're thinking there's a long-term approach to it, I think you'll be able to meet the challenges that come, even financially, and understand that not everyone's plan works out the way they wanted. So the year I decided to do music full time after university, I decided I'm going to focus on music. Yeah, it was good, but the income is not as sustainable as what you use. So you get money, but then you use so much to invest in music, so the money kind of gets lost. But eventually, I had a feeling that's how it starts. I mean, eventually, it's going to be sustainable because you can't keep reinvesting the same thing. That means at one point to break even, then everything will stabilize. Yeah, but it takes a long time. So, but yeah, you need a lot of supportive people. Yeah, and they were there, but it just took causing some friction over. So yeah, so I decided let me focus on it in my own way. I've always been someone who can balance a lot of different things as long as they're creative. So yeah, I just did that. I keep doing that. Yeah. I hope that answers the question. I don't know if it does. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and maybe the last question from me.
Thank you for.
Welcome.
Excuse. Yeah, the last question from me. I wanted to ask you, Wamugunda, now that it is the peak season for artists, from our president and everything, what are you doing? Or maybe I would put that question in another way. Like, I ask you, where do you see yourself in relation to your music? Where do you see yourself in 5 years to come? Because at one point I thought, ever since I knew you, we ought to have come up with something like a band or something. Because right now people are taking the opportunity. They are doing songs related to Corona and how to protect yourself and such things, because it's like seasonal. So where do you see yourself, in short, where do you see yourself in 5 years in relation to your music?
First of all, I want to do more shows, more festivals, more international festivals. I want to play different venues that we've identified. I have a small team. We've identified, we know them. We want to be able to reach out to those audiences, reach out to those. I want to do more collaborations with different artists, especially different creative artists in the whole world. I'm not just in Kenya. But yeah, Kenya is a good place to start because there are a lot of we have such different music, so that helps. And then I want to I want an album. That's like I've always wanted to have an album. I wanted to play sorry, someone very important is calling me. Yeah. So yeah, we've identified venues. We've identified a lot of venues. We just know it will take time. It will take time, and that's the beauty because we're thinking of it more of as a long-term project, a long-term career, and that way it's not 5-year plan. What's the plan? So that means things having a music account where you save all your money. So if money comes in for music, you save it into that account. You make investments with music. So that means acquiring a studio, so you cut costs, acquiring your own instruments, acquiring your own, creating a plan to do your own shows. So that means no one is giving you shows, you're doing your own shows. Actually, like self-sustenance is the goal. So in 5 years, yes, and I want to be a very, very self-sustenant musician. Yes.
Don't leave me behind, yeah? Yeah, we'll talk. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think this is another question. I can do one more.
I have one question, the final one from my end. How are you able to balance music, design, and law? How are you able to balance the three? So diverse.
Okay, that's a good question. My boss is amazing. The law firm that I used to be in, because of Corona, we can't close it down. He's good. He's also a musician. He's a saxophonist, so that helps. So we actually have jam sessions with my boss. So that's cool. I still have to go to work 9 to 5. So I go to work. Then I have all the other time to myself. So I have what's it called? I get home by 5 when sleep on days. Then I wake up at about 2 at night, probably rehearse from like 2 to 4, and then do some design work. So for design and social media consultancy, I have clients. I have a couple of clients. Actually, I also have some Rotary clubs that are my clients, so that's good. That helps. So what we do is we are a team of designers. We send each other work, we critique, we discuss, we see what's good, how can you improve, what can you do, we're doing the right things, new advancement. I found some really cool new, just from that, we've grown from using Illustrator and Adobe to doing Sketch and doing Affinity, so there are different things. So now we are trying to build into human-centered research design, and we're just building skills. But the idea is, like recently, actually, there's a company that reached out to us to do a project for them on design. So it helps. It helps. It's just, I think it's easier with a team in terms of designing, collaborating, which is the idea. I think if you do it alone, it's very, very hard because I'm a freelance designer. So, but the group of Passive Create Design is a freelance organization. So we are all freelancers there. So yeah, that one I can do at any time. I can do it in the office at lunchtime. Yeah, that one is not too hard. And now that I've been designing for 7 years, so yeah, I can do that. So I can do that quickly. Or rather, I can reach out to a client and tell them, oh yeah, wait, I'll finish it. Something like that. So then music is planning. It's just planning. I don't take shows. Very rarely take shows on weekdays. So yeah, all I have weekends for me. So yeah, so that's how I balance it. It's a lot of planning, saying no where I can. Yeah, so that's the idea. Thank you for that question. Cool question. So if there's no other question, I want to do a one last song.
I have a question.
Okay, great.
Now, my question is, a part of doing the legal services, and at the same time you're doing graphic design, at the same time you're also doing music. What's your passion in all the three items that you do? The first thing that you give priority, that's the most thing that you ever do. If you are by any chance you're given a chance to drop the rest, but what have you?
What would I have chosen? I chose the creative ones. Yeah, probably drop low in all honesty. Choose designing and music because they can go hand in hand because you need both of them. But also in the long term, I guess probably do music full time. Yeah, that's probably what I do. Yeah, it engages my mind in different ways. I like thinking about it a lot. So yeah, that's it. So I wouldn't say it's a passion. It's just something I really enjoy doing. As much as I enjoy design as well. I like creative things. So which is good because I have where we work also as a law firm. We're quite. It's not. We do. Our firm is majorly based on like human rights and a lot of employment. So a lot of things in Corona before this thing started, we were involved majorly in consultant material, and even the consultants firm I work for is that's I like researching. So anything that you tell me to research and write down, I like that. Mimi napenda kukaa kwa computer. So that's how I keep. Yeah, I'm a nerd actually. When I think about it. Yeah. So yeah, I probably do music. I probably do music. But not because I don't like other music. I like them. I just think if I was given the chance, I'd probably do music because I feel like I can use a lot of creativity there, even in terms of because the way even designers think, there's a lot of creative process there, and that's what I enjoy doing design. So that's probably music. Yeah, thanks. That's a good question. I've gotten bold enough to answer that question. I would not have answered you that question. I promise you. Ningekudanganya. Ishatoka kwa mom unaweza jibu swali wenye unataka. Ukishi kwa mom. Not really, not the point.
You have to say that.
Yeah, so I'll play a song, last one, then because I'll have to be released. So hopefully I'll be some meeting soon. Yeah, so I'll play. I don't know if I can even.
Before you do that, why do most of the people have to praise that thing that you?
Yes, and what is that thing? Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what is it.
What
the blue thing.
The blue thing.
It's not usually blue.
Everybody when you're playing that guitar, yes, you have to put it on the guitar. Why?
Yes, and what is it called?
Wait, let me answer. Mugunda, I think that's a
the name.
transposition. It's something to change the keys.
What is it called?
Change the pitches or something.
Yes. What's it called?
Tuner. Is it a tuner?
No,
Is
it's
it a
a
tuner?
couple.
Oh.
It's just a couple, yeah. It's not even that serious. It's exactly what is explained. The explanation is on point. Just like a tuner that holds the guitar in different pieces, and then the key. So you've tuned standard tuning, but every string now changes tuning because you've done that, and then your guitar now sounds different. So yeah, that's it. It's nothing too intense like it. Okay, I don't get intense. So yeah, and it's not always blue. You have many colors, just like blue. Yeah, so I'll play a final song. I'll play a new song that I've been trying to write. So even if mistakes,
Niambie hadithi ambayo sisikii, niambie hadithi ambayo siamini, niambie hadithi bila kutafsiri, niambie hadithi ambayo ni halisi. ukizungumza nami nizungumze, hatutaelewana. Ukizungumza nami nizungumze, hatutaelewana. Hatutaelewana. Ukizungumza nami nizungumze, hatutaelewana. Ukizungumza nami nizungumze, hatutaelewana.
Yeah, so that's the idea. So thanks. So that's the. I haven't even finished the second last one. I was like really, yeah. So that's called. I don't even have an for it. So it's very new. Like the first people to ever hear it. Yeah. Yeah. Then umemaliza. Back to you. Thank you.
Wamugunda,
Oh, okay.
if you can allow me to share.
Someone has requests. Wait, if someone has a request, that'd be cool. Actually, let me. I could try it. I could try a request. That'd be cool.
Can I play something that you did previously?
Oh, well, on here.
Huh?
Okay, sure. I don't mind. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me see.
Someone has a request, they can say it. I'll try it. I can do it.
Nakaletea kona toto hapo.
In the meantime unaweza fanya uliza kiatu ama inaendanga aje nikikutazama this song by
nikikutazama.
Yeah, and I can even
I can't remember it, but utaimba.
Anza hapo pa
I scheme.
We know you, Baba. We know you. We got you.
I can't even remember such. I don't know after somebody. So.
nikikutazama moyo wayoyoma, moyo wayoyoma, kipenzi cha ngoro na kunianza. Sawa, imba sasa. Nimeipata, najua chords lakini sikumbuki venye kucheza kila kitu. Haya.
Twende. Nikikutazama moyo wayoyoma, kipenzi cha ngoro na kuanza. Nikikutazama moyo wayoyoma, kipenzi cha ngoro na kuanza. Oh wow oh, oh wow oh, oh 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 oh, oh wow oh, oh wow oh, oh wow oh, oh. A good one.
Good, thanks.
That was awesome.
So me, I'll have to beg to leave because I needed to be somewhere by 5:30. Therefore,
Okay.
Na hiyo show imeweza. Tulipwe hiyo show imeweza.
Oh, I'm seeing a screen being shared. Okay, let's see.
Yes.
Namroga na stack zangu za kudu zilikuwa zinamdotu kama maji chamaka. Akasema ni aje, ati hello baby umepotea, ni siku mingi imekuwa hujatokea, mimi na wish tu angepotea. Akasema haya
mwingine wamjua Kenya nzima kama mimi, mwenye kushika mic na kuwapa Kiswahili kuwa rhyme zikisua, rhyme za pasua vifua. Na sasa milima MC na wombe ajua, nikiwa hit kwa industry, nikimanuva kama mvua na nyesha mahewa, nikileta wako wengi lakini sijasambesha. Karibu brother, kamata sister, kata kiuno kwa mdundo na wimbo mtindo, pole pole twazienda, haraka haraka ina baraka, pole pole twazienda, haraka haraka ina baraka, haraka haraka ina baraka. You can really get a good one. You can really get a good one. She can really get a good one. Wachi hapo.
Ah, nice. Hey.
I agree. This was awesome. This was awesome. Yes.
So we're back, eh?
Yeah, last year July. But it's a very nice. Yeah, it's very awesome. Sam, thanks for sharing that.
Was it not Langata's installation?
Yes, Langata's installation.
It was installation.
Oh, nice.
some of the are on our Instagram page, Mothegano.
Okay.
Just go look for them. I think I can upload some more on YouTube.
And this meeting is recorded. You should share it.
Yes, we are actually recording. We are going to share it actually. We will. Yes.
So you can hand it over to you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So before you leave, the final thing, I am going to give a vote of thanks. Wamugunda, thank you so much for sparing the time to come and share with us about your music journey and for answering all our questions. We are very grateful for that. And yeah, thank you so much. Expect something from our email. Yes.
Yeah,
thanks.
awesome.
Thanks.
No problem. Thank you.
So, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yes, back over to you.
All right. So I believe we've all had fun during this meeting. Even though it's virtual, though, it was quite a great experience. Indio?
Very.
Yes.
So unfortunately, good things come to an end,
Yes.
but to greater beginning. So let us end our meeting here. So if you have a drink, raise it. Or,
I skim. What is your drink?
We're always ready. We're always ready. Sunday, take your drink. Take your drink, bro. Take your drink.
Siwezi maliza peke yangu lakini sawa, let me take one.
For those who have air, touch your heart with your right arm. So in recognition of the Rotaract Club of Muthaiga North, North Coast Medical, Kenyatta University, Limuru, Westlands, JKUAT, Youth Zone, Milimani, and the Great Rotaract Club of Tengela, to Rotary and Rotaract world over.
To Rotary and Rotaract world over.
I wanna hold you so tight. You know I want you so bad. And I'm so tempted to touch.
This song is about I'm talking to the 20-something. It's a song about finding yourself in the 20s. The song is titled Away. So all my songs are in silence. But I love the song because I keep on quiet. Thank you.
see.